Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It would be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. So let's talk about Love and Hip Hop New York, Season 8, Episode 4. We start off with none other than Yandy. She looked good with them red shoes on and, that red pocketbook, them jeans cut up in that black and white jacket I think she had on. She looked good. Her hair was flawless. She looked good or whatever. And basically she was outside waiting for Mendici to call because she haven't talked to Mendici in 5 days because of none other than Judy. But first I must say we're going to pretend like this was a organic episode, but it was just like all my children. It was too scripted, way too scripted. But anyways, Yandy is talking to Mendices. They talk. He's upset. He's mad because Yandy's rubbing lotion, giving a massage or whatever. All that other crazy shit, which was not true, which was blown out of proportion, and it's like whatever. So basically, Mendices and Yandy, they make up. Everything's all good. The kids miss him, and so, but he's calling all these type of shots. Yandy could not even answer the phone or even pick up the phone. She could just move on with her life and move another daddy in the house. It could be just that simple, Mendices. But anyways, Yandy's not gonna do that. So Mendici said he's gonna talk to his mom, make sure she come down. But Yandy was like, I'm gonna handle it myself. Mendici says, yo, don't go crazy on my mom because she's still my mother. I was like, Mendici, you need to stop. You calling too many shots. So whatever, there was a bird that almost, shitted on Yandy or hit Yandy or whatever. And she was like, but you got the ops, you got the birds out here watching me. And he was like, you don't even know. So basically he's probably having, Yandy watched and followed. So, and basically Yandy was like, yo, your mom be showing up at my events, embarrassing me and all this other stuff. So he's going to talk to her and then it's all good. So then we move on to Little Mo, Snoop, and Juju. Basically, they all meet up to talk and, Little Mo can't hold it in. She got to tell everybody that, hey, she believes that her husband is cheating on her, Carl, and basically her 8 years old son went on Google or YouTube. He went somewhere. He found out that he read the blogs that his father's been cheating on his mother, and she don't know what to do about the situation. She's just hurt, and Snoop is like, yo, it ain't nothing but rumors, so don't even worry about it. Just shut that down. And Snoop believes that Carl's not cheating on Yandy. I mean, is not cheating on Little Mo because she knows Carl from way back in the day, and he's a good dude, and he really worshiped the ground that Little Mo walks on. So it's whatever. Is he cheating on her? Who knows? Do I really care? No, because I ain't married to him. But if but I don't see, Little Mo seems like she's down with threesomes and down with all that kind of stuff. I guess basically she wasn't in on the threesome, so maybe that's why she's upset, or he's not telling her the truth. I don't know if it's even real, if it's even true, if this is just something that was put out there on the blogs for it to be a storyline right now on this season. But whatever it is, if it's not true, they shouldn't involve the kids in the situation, especially have them talk about whatever. It's just like it sucks. And so then we get, Sophia the body. Basically, she meets up with her boyfriend Jacquay and everything, and they talking. And basically, Jacquay and Graf, whatever his name is, they leave. And Brittany is sitting there talking to Sophia the body. She tells Brittany that she's did a video and blah blah blah. It went crazy. She got in a fight with Mariah Lynn, and she was like, yo, please don't tell Jacquay that I did a video and all this other stuff because I don't want him to know. Brittany was like, yo, you should tell him. But before that all started, Sophia the body was telling Draft, and she was telling Jacquay, and Jacquay was telling Draft that, hey, listen, my girl don't do videos anymore, blahs and the third, because Draft was like, oh, I know Sophia the body, she's in a video, she's a video vixen. Jacquay was like, she's not a video vixen no more, she's clean cut now, that coochie is tamed and tight now, she ain't spreading that coochie around no more for no dollar bills, y'all. So I don't know. I don't know how he expect her not to do whatever. But you know what? Everybody has, everybody could change. People can turn over a new leaf. They can put their whole ways back in the box or whatever. But she's still young, so that pussy's still ready to bounce. So, and then we find out that Jacquay and Sophia the body are living together. They've been living together for like 6 months. So it seems like their relationship is serious. If it's actually real, it seems like it's serious. They're living together, and Jacquay is supporting and taking care of her. She is really trying to be a DJ because Jacquay is like, oh, she's up all night mixing and making music and waking me up and shit like that. I was like, oh, okay, good for you. And it just seems like, and so it was funny between Brittany and Sophia the Body. Brittany was like, oh, Mariah Lynn was just jealous because, she was sitting next to a pretty woman. Then Sophia the Body was like, that's every woman. Then I was like, yo, that's a low blow to Mariah Lynn. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I was like, yo. And so then we get to Yandy. Yandy meets up with Jonathan and Bella. And basically, she's going to handle the situation with Judy, Mama Judy. She's going to handle the situation. She's going to get her back because she finds out that Mama Judy's been going around with this young man, chilling and whatever. But supposedly, Yandy says that Judy's married to Kenneth. And they've been married for 18 years, 20 years, or whatever, how long they've been married. But, her husband doesn't have Instagram or Twitter or IG or anything like that. So that's why he don't know. So basically she's putting Judy out on these streets, saying that Judy is still, got some ways about her at her age. At 60, she's still jumping from penis to penis to penis, from young to old. She's getting it in. And that's when Jonathan is like, that's why, Mama Judy's all in your business, because she don't want nobody to know what she's been doing on the side. So I'm like, yeah, this is really believable. Okay, we're gonna keep moving like this is true. Like Judy don't know how to be a slimy snake. Like Judy don't know how to really cheat. Come on, like Judy don't know the handbook and got the playbook. Okay. Like, yo, come on, why you miss me with all this? But anyways, that's when Jonathan, Bella talks about she wants to have an intervention, kind of like with Jonathan and Anais, because they used to be friends. They grew up together. They were Anais was famous at one point, and their relationship severed, and they're not friends anymore, and they're both living in New York now. So, Bella want to bring them back together. Jonathan is like, no, I don't want to talk to her. I don't like her. She treated me like crap. She was no good to me. She, every time I go somewhere, she's spreading rumors. She's talking about me. Every time I go somewhere, people are saying this. People are saying that Anais just said this. Anais just said she was Hollywood. Anais said this. And basically Anais is going around telling people that her and Jonathan was involved in an orgy together. And then Jonathan said that, Anais, when she was coming up in her career, that, he was there to help her. He was supporting her. And then when he was coming up in his career, she turned her back on him. Anais turned her back on, Jonathan, and wasn't there for him. This kind of seems a little bit believable, but who knows. So then, they're not friends anymore, and Bella basically wants them to be friends again, and Yandy could care less because she got kids at home that she needs to be worrying about, and a man in jail that she hasn't seen for years. I mean, that she ain't gonna be able to touch and caress for years or whatever. So it is what it is with that situation. But it seems like, Jonathan is telling this story about Anais, and then last episode we get Anais crying about how people mistreat her and abused her when she was coming up and stealing her money. But people could have still been stealing her money, but did Anais have a really nasty attitude, and did she treat people bad? So we'll see what happens. And Jonathan says that Anais was nasty and negative towards her fans. She wouldn't take pictures, she wouldn't do autographs, she wouldn't do anything, and she treated people like crap. So is that one of the reasons why Anais career went downhill? But Anais also said that, she married her husband at 20. So when was she doing all this orgies and stuff with Jonathan? Was she like a minor when she was doing all this orgy stuff? And how old is Anais? It's like, okay, things are not adding up with her storyline with her being married to her husband. And so was she doing orgies and running around, New York and acting up when she was married and when she had kids? I have no idea. So then I already got to the situation about Jacquay. So then James R., he is, he meets up with Mariah Lynn, and they're talking, and basically they ain't going nowhere, basically, because, Mariah Lynn's throwing birds, talking about these are breasts for the birds, that you ain't this, you ain't that. James R. is really trying to get back with Mariah Lynn, trying to give her one more chance. So basically, he just wants to have a storyline and be filmed next to Mariah Lynn. And so, and Mariah Lynn needs a little a little story, something else to spicing up her character on this show. So basically, James and Mariah Lynn are calling it quits. They ain't trying to do nothing together. And basically, Mariah Lynn blames James R for her attacking, Sophia the Body. But no, she attacked Sophia the Body because she wanted to, because Sophia the Body got slick with that mouth. And she attacked her, but James R reached out like he was going to stop Mariah Lynn. He could have just snatched her up and she wouldn't have been able to hit Sophia the Body, but he wanted to see the women fight, and that was it. And he goes, no, that you in control of your own self, so whatever it is, peace, deuces, James R. Hopefully Mariah Lynn realized that James R ain't nobody for her. I just dropped something that he ain't for her or whatever. So it is what it is with that situation. Hopefully that Mariah Lynn do not go back to James R. So then we meet up with, Little Mo and Carl. We learn Carl hasn't been boxing for like 3 years or whatever. He's trying to get back in the ring. 3 years is a long time. And so Little Mo comes up there and she approaching him and just like, yo, listen, how come you don't got on your ring? He was like, because I'm working out. And he was like, well, Little Mo's like, well, if people don't see you with your ring on, they're going to start saying this and saying that. He was like, who cares? So it seems like Little Mo is concerned about the rumors and got a little insecurity, like, why don't he get on his ring? Because maybe there's some truth in the cheating, and maybe because she's been cheated on before, she thinks that she's going to get cheated on again. So anyways, she tells Carl that their 8-year-old son has basically heard about the rumors through the blogs or whatever. He was like, and he's heard about the rumors or whatever. So Carl was like, well, then just tell our son that when he goes online, when he goes on a blog or whatever, he goes on Instagram, that he's going to hear stories and they're all rumors and they're not true or whatever. And so Little Mo was like, you know what, I want you to take a lie detector test. And he was like, because first he said, I'll do whatever you want me to do. Just say what you want to say and that'll be word. Your word will be born and I'll go with it, whatever. And so she was like, well, I want you to take a lie detector test. And he was like, oh, you want me to take a lie detector test? Why do you want me to take a lie detector test? That means that you don't trust me. And basically he's just like, yo, so if you don't trust me, then no, what do we have? Because all we have is trust. And he was like, yo, if you really want me to take this lie detector test, and if I take it, I'm always going to believe that you don't trust me for the rest of our lives. And she was like, well, then believe what you want to believe. Like, that's a little head game that he's trying to play. And it's basically crazy that Little Mo needs him to take a lie detector test or whatever, because we know they're not really, you can't use a lie detector results in court because they're not all that accurate or whatever. So, but anyways, he's going to take the lie detector test. Little Mo wants him to take the lie detector test or whatever. So he's going to take the test. We'll see that on the next episode. The next episode looks like it's more interesting. And so then we move on to that. So we get to, what's his name? James R. kissing and telling, running his mouth like a little biatch. And basically he's dropping the info to Graf or whatever, letting him know that, hey, that he did a video shoot with Sophia the Body or whatever. And Graf is like, I know her. I just met her a couple of days ago with my homeboy, Jacquay. And she said she don't do videos no more. He was like, well, she was doing my video and we was hugging, caressing, a little kissing, a little this. She was sending all them signals like she wanted your boy. She wanted the kid. So I don't know. And then Mariah Lynn came in and was like, yo, what's good? And snuffed her, and they went in, and he was like, yeah, I just backed away and I just watched them get out. I was like, yo, you are such a corn ducket. And James, I was like in his glory, bragging about this and bragging about that, basically. And so Graf is like, yo, I gotta tell my boy Jacquay straight up. And so Graf asks, James R., so who do you want to be with? He was like, Mariah Lynn's foul, she ain't got loyalty, but Sophia the Body, I don't know. So he's just putting on he's putting on because he knows that Sophia the Body has a man, because she told him that she did have a man. So basically, I think, James R. trying to mess up her situation, because when Mariah Lynn walked in the room, Sophia the Body was like, I thought you wasn't with her no more, like saying that to Mariah and James. So James is basically, trying to mess up her situation, like he believes that she probably messed up his situation. So it is what it is with that. So, Graf, he's going to go run and tell the soldiers and let them know what's going on. I'm like, oh my goodness. James R. is too much. And so then, Judy's on her date with her young dude. Guess who shows up? Nobody other than Yandy. Like, this is not script. This is beyond scripted. This is all my children's. So anyways, Yandy shows up and she's telling homeboy like, hey, listen, how old are you? And she's like, yo, do you know that, she's a 60-year-old woman? And Miss Judy, what you doing hugging up on this young man? I was like, Yandy, you're crazy. And she was like, basically, also, you gonna run your mouth? That's what, Judy was like, so you gonna tell? She was like, yeah, I'm gonna tell her. She's gonna use it as blackmail, basically. And so Yandy was like, we was just cutting up Thanksgiving dinner, and Kenneth was there, and Kenneth may not be Mendici's father, but that's the only man that, my grandkids know. So, and then also Yandy was like, yo, did you go see her son? He's locked up. Do you know she got a son that's almost like 50? It's like, what's her name? Yandy's throwing it in or whatever. So they're eating oysters, and the guy gets up and then he feeds, Mama Judy, giving him oysters. And so they doing their thing. And so Yandy's going to use this as kind of like blackmail or whatever. So we get to see Brittany and her grandmother. Her grandmother's sick and she's going to go to the hospital. So it gives Brittany more reason to even focus on music and not on the drama. So we get Anais, Jonathan, and Bella. They all meet up. Anais is just talking about Jonathan shady. Jonathan turned his back on her. He's all Hollywood because he was all up Michelle's ass, all up in this one, all up in that one. He's bougie. He's Hollywood. He done turned his back. He act like he don't know her. And Jonathan is saying vice versa. He's saying that, Anais is nasty. She's boozy. And basically, she's jealous right now. Anais used to have me carrying 100 bags. So they're going back and forth arguing. And so basically, Jonathan is like, why didn't you tell my family that we had an orgy? It was hard enough for my family to know that I was gay. And then you telling my family members. So they're at a dinner table. I guess it was dinner, holidays or whatever. She's telling the whole table that her and Jonathan had orgies. They was doing this and that. Because sometimes people, when they do their shit, they ain't got no shame in it. And she ain't got no shame in it. And she knew you had a little bit of shame in it, Jonathan, and so she wanted to blow up your spot. What a friend she is. So basically, Jonathan was like, you're going around telling people I ate your old rusty roast beef ass chewed up pussy. And so then Anais was like, let me just tell you something. I got my pussy reconstructed and it looks beautiful now. It's pretty, baby. I was like, oh my God. So actually, Jonathan's out here running the streets telling the truth, and basically Jonathan just wants this relationship to be fixed because basically they're both telling Bella that they missed each other and all this other stuff, but it seems like it's not going to work out because Jonathan is upset and he's mad that Anais is running her mouth. And basically Anais was like, yo, we had orgies, we did this, we did that. And she was like, well, why are you acting like you didn't do this? Why are you acting like you're ashamed? I thought you're supposed to have pride in what you do. Pride in this. But you can have pride in whatever you do, but doesn't mean like you want everybody to know your business, because you don't want everybody to know your business. But Anais evidently want people to know her business, want to know who she swapped saliva, spit, wet or whatever. And so basically Anais was about to say, we did worse. We done did worse stuff than the orgy. We did worse. You don't remember we did this? He was like, don't say it. So basically him and Anais they must have did some gutter stuff together. But I think that if it's not gutter, but I believe it is because Anais is gutter. I think he's at a point in his life where he doesn't want what he did in his past to affect his future. Anais is at this point, she wants her past to affect her future to affect her past. She don't care. She just living in every moment of whatever she did out now live, and she wants to secure a recurrent role on Love and Hip Hop New York. So she's gonna do what she's gonna do. She's like, you want me to say it? So I guarantee Anais is probably gonna come out the closet and tell us everything that her and Jonathan used to do back in the day, or it's gonna hit the media. If it's real, we don't know if this is all made up, if this is one life to live. So they end the conversation basically saying one another's dead to each other, and it is what it is. I want to know what else they did. I bet it's some gutter nasty sewer rat kind of things going on. So anyways, we got Griff, Snoop, Jake Quay, and DJ Self. And basically Jake Quay is just sitting there chilling. He's happy. He's rapping. Draft he's rapping. I swear Draft looks like Lloyd Banks. And so anyways, Draft is like, yo, I gotta tell you about this dude, JR. And that's when Self was like, oh, any story that's about JR is no good. It's just gonna be bad. So basically, Draft just drops the business. It's like, yo, your girl was with James R. They did a video together. He said they had chemistry. She was kind of feeling your boy. And then Jacquay was like, yo, she told me she wasn't doing videos no more. Blase in the third. And then also Jacquay was like, Mariah Lynn walked in, snuffed her. They were fighting. Then DJ Self was like, well, it looks like both of these women are fighting and they ain't fighting over you. So Jacquay sitting there was like, yo, tell me more. What else happened? Whatever. He was like, yo, you just got to check your girl. Snoop was like, yo, you got to check your girl on that lame-o. And also DJ Self is calling him a lame-o this and lame-o that. So anyways, Jacquay better check his girl. But I don't think, she did lie to him about James R. doing a video. She should have been honest with him about the video and told him why she was going to shoot the video with James R. and also tell him about the fight that she had with Mariah Lynn. So we get Brett, Doll, and they're talking whatever, and so Brett wants Sophia the Body to come. And so we learned, what's her name? Doll, she's upset. She's mad because, Sophia the Body used to date Safari. So off rip, she's already upset. She's mad. And she's just talking. She's just being mad negative towards, Sophia the Body because she's jealous of her because she used to date Safari. Sophia the Body took her top off her cup. And then, it went left field from there, and Dream... Doll, she throws her drink and X marks the spot, and she just threw it all over Sophia the Body. That was so wrong and so terrible, wasting all that drink. There was people that was in that smoothie shot. Hopefully they didn't get nothing on them. They were standing up. I would have jumped over there and pulled. Oh, but anyways, and so then Sophia, she tried to throw her drink back at Dream Doll, but she missed. She got security, and she got Brett. Brett is crying. Brett, you need to pick some new friends. And so, but also we find out that Brett says that her and Sophia the Body are friends because she wanted to holler at Sophia the Body, but it didn't work out, so they became friends. So did Brett try to holler at Bianca, or did they have something going on? Did she try to get with Bianca, or did she really try to imitate Bianca, because she seems like the person that will gravitate towards that because she don't really have a stable foundation. And because basically the friends that she's picking and arguing with, Doll is trying to act like she's cool with her or whatever, but she's another user. So until next time, next episode looks like it's going to be lit. But yo, Doll, she gotta go. Like, yo, that was wrong for her to throw that drink. And Sophia the Body doesn't look like she's confrontational in that way. So I don't know. Peace. I'm out. One love.